Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here. And up to now, we've looked at two experiments where you guys explored what happens to different objects based on the forces that occur in a collision. You've looked at how the motion of our different objects are affected, and then how the direction of our objects in motion is being affected again by those forces of collision. Now, all of this is to help us really continue to explain what's going on with our space station and what's going on with our space pod now that we know that they've collided. But there's more to this story, okay? We've looked at the motion and the direction of objects that collide. Now we're going to look at what's happening to the forces and the strength of those forces when they collide. So how strong they are, how the different strengths are going to affect our different objects in different ways, along with the motion and direction, okay? And our simulator is going to really help us explain and describe and connect that to our space pod and space station. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to do. We're going to look at kind of how to break down the simulator and how we're going to be collecting data. And then when we're done, we're obviously going to fill out the survey again, helping us connect. Do I truly understand how the simulator works and how I'm collecting my data so I can recognize when I need to ask for help? So let's go ahead and take a look. So in the simulator, you're going to be given two objects, and these objects are going to have the same mass. So think of it like the two golf balls or the two rubber balls when they collided with our experiment. And what we're going to do is we're going to be giving them specific velocities. So we're going to give them specific velocity speeds and directions, and we're going to be creating different kinds of collisions to, again, describe their motion and now to describe the strength of the forces within those collisions. And you're going to see that here shortly. So what you need to know is in your initial velocity columns here for your very first trial, for example, you're going to have to give object A, the very first object, a velocity of 5 centimeters to the right. You're going to need to give object B an initial velocity or a start velocity of 0 centimeters per second, okay? You're going to hit the run button to run the collision, and you're going to describe what happened to the motion of those objects after they collided. Do they speed up, slow down, stop moving, so on and so forth. And then we're going to look at the analyze page to look at the strength of those forces, okay? Did one force have more strength than the other, less strength than the other, that sort of thing, okay? So after this video is over, obviously you'll complete the survey, but then you're going to look at this page here for task 7. It's going to have you start by clicking on the start button to really look at the collisions that we're going to create with our same massed objects. You're going to recreate each of the 3 trials, and then you're going to collect your data in the Amplify page. So let's go ahead and open up some of these links. All right. So the first one is our actual simulator. Now, in our simulator, we have our 2 objects here. If you remember, for trial 1, we needed to have 5 centimeters and 0 centimeters, okay? So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to change its velocity. Now, I don't want to give away what happens exactly, but I'm just going to make up. I'm going to give it maybe 2 centimeters, okay? And this one needed to have 0, okay? We'll leave it at 0 for now. Now, I've given them the velocities they need, so I'm going to run, and I'm going to let the collision occur. Okay. Once the collision has occurred, you don't need to wait too long. You're going to click the Analyze button right away. Okay. And this is where you're going to use the information from this page to really help you collect your data. So maybe you click on here, you open up split screen, whatever you need to really organize what you're seeing, and you're going to collect your data. So remember, for the first one here, you're going to look at whether or not the object sped up, slowed down, started moving, that sort of thing. And you might need to replay it. So if you go down to the bottom here, we can hit the replay button, and you can replay kind of what's occurring. So you can describe that motion, okay? So you can describe the motion of A, you can describe the motion of B, you can click and add it in there, whatever you need, okay? Sped up, slow down, so on and so forth. The next thing you're looking at is the force strength. The force strength are those pink arrows you see there, okay? So when our objects collide, we're looking at the strength of those forces, okay? So if you notice, it'll tell you the strength of each of those forces. So this object had a strength force of 40 in a specific direction, and the other one had a force strength of 40 in the opposite direction. So here we go. They're colliding. Boom. There it is. There's their strength force. So now you know what to input there. Okay, and you'll run that first trial. And when you're done, you'll go back to the build and you'll now build the second trial and the third trial and so on. Okay, whatever it is you need to do to complete the simulator and collect good data. Okay, so as we're looking at this, hopefully we get a really good idea about how different objects are going to move and how the direction is going to change based on the different strengths of different forces that are applied. If you have questions, reach out. Otherwise, good luck.